Call me fuego, 93 like me. Fire in the sheets, spending summers on the sea. Quedo, no way home. Better life on the day.
Yeah, James just said it. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. All that matters is that win. And Copter, it's first thing when you kind of said it during the talk right now. Maybe changing drops. We have new teams under new names. We have a lot of things going on that could force some situations that would be out of the ordinary. What are we looking for here?
Yeah, what I meant with the face comment regarding the landing spots, for example, I mean, just like James said there on the desk, that yeah, it's not about like how the game is going around one player, but we have seen the same happening on the past as well, that when one player is changed, then more or less like they are kind of like, you know, maybe somebody else wants to play some different positions, so they can like have a moment to like reshuffle the places and kind of like re-strategize the gameplay. But anyway, we can see them coming. Go face, for example, going for Montenua, but that's going to be nothing new. We can see DA going for Chumachera. Nix is completely alone towards Pecado. That's going to be interesting. I mean, they had 3 members in Chumachera, and Nix is going to be going on the southern side of Pecado. And we actually have a hot drop on the Pecado. We had double VLA. They're going to be challenging somebody on Pecado, because I can see at least 2 different teams. Yeah. I'm not completely sure which going to be the other one. It's going to be Liquid. So Liquid and double VLA. They have a Pecado fight, so hopefully we're going to be heading on that direction soon.
Yeah, we live again opted to challenge Liquid, one of the, I want to say, most house-held teams in terms of a drop spot on Miramar.
Which made the rotation there on the southern side. They will have to move. Enzo also, by the way, at some point lost more members, so they only have, I think, 2 members alive anymore, so they lost the second one as well.
We'll see here. Virtus Pro proning in the open. Here comes Gustav full speed forward. They've already lost one, but Faceland are full speed sending it to a somewhat send a position. Not sure exactly where they're going. They're going straight into Virtus Pro. Perfecting's down, Patulin's down. Spiro still up and alive. Phosphate's found 2. Trying to look over the top notes. There's one on the other side. Has spotted him down to 1 HP. Phosphate able to do the damage. Wants to see him over, and it does manage to get the triple. So despite Gustav getting knocked just before, they are able to get back on their feet and stay alive with 3.
And that is a great solo performance from Phosphate. I mean, he got all the kills, so he destroyed the whole Virtus Pro as a whole. So they will be the first team to drop down. And Virtus Pro, which we were talking about on the studio, having this like, which we saw on the PGI, is a little bit more like passive strategy, you know, kind of like really trying to go for the chicken dinner instead of the kills. So that didn't pay out this time versus the Face. So Face definitely going to be one of those passive rosters. Calvin, meanwhile, going to take KGS, quick control down X-Lighter. We'll get Calvin at the same time. So Gara, Gumbruk, and Apex, they are fighting. Calvin's going to be still maybe be able to revive, but no, X-Lighter will finish it off immediately. Takers from the angle will find Voldemort inside. Wants to go very aggressive. He's going to go for the peak, and he's going to get him down as well. Voldemort's going to fall. Will be flushed down, but X-Lighter wants to have the immediate revenge, and will be traded. The Taker's going to fall as well. Sims fighting with X-Lighter. He's going to be the last member from Gara, Gumbruk. Going to take down Simsi as well. So Apex also losing a lot of players, and X-Lighter with the nade could actually take the second player down from the Apex as well.
Yeah, so much collateral damage. Both teams taking casualties all over the place. And now, as you can see on the minimap, Entropic are actually starting to push over the hill. They have the compound safe inside, but they want to make sure they have no pressure coming from their side. And Leron finds the third as well. Claims a triple, kicks out Apex. And, well, I mean, if those kills just meant something, at least he gets to stay alive for now, but one solo player left alive, and now he has to deal with the entirety of Entropic. It's not going to be easy for him to get here, but as I say that, here comes bystanders coming in to say hello. They've heard the action as well, and that might allow for Liron to get away from it.
Yeah, he's going to be leaving with the vehicle. He was held by Entropic and bystanders. He was actually outside of the circle, so he'll have to take a car. But there's going to be more players waiting for him, so he just we might see him on the country. But now we have a mixed roster all around Europe who's going to be playing for them, so that's going to make it a little bit weird as well. We have Liquid at the same time fighting with bystanders. Kiano, Yellow, Jordan's going to fall down. Liquid, a lot of damage by Clip. There's going to be only one member alive as we can. It's going to be Flammy. It's going to be taken down as well by Ibiza. That's going to be, in the end, bystanders falling down. Liquid going to destroy them in a matter of seconds again.
There can be only one Dane on this server, says Clip as he takes out 3 of his fellow Danes. Evie there to help out, take out the last. Does go down, but able to stay put in the end of it. Here comes Example over the top, finds first face. Quickly, HD, oh my lord, nice headshot connected on towards Example. Down he goes, but he's going to get traded in return as well. So again, so much damage from all these teams trying to push in on the south side.
A A lot of action here as we can see Face and also Norseman still fighting, and Gustav's gonna get Herky down. And let's see, there's gonna be only one member alive. That's gonna be a Baimi who's gonna be hiding behind the smoke. Snuski is still there. He can try to go for the revival. We can see Gustav trying to go for it as well. He's gonna be the last member from Face as well, and he will have to be very careful with Navi because they have the uphill as well, and they have the angle, so he can't really expose himself. Have to be putting some smokes on, and we can see Gustav just waiting for it. He wants to get the Norseman down, but Avevil is gonna go for the revival of Snuski. That's gonna be happening behind the smokes. Nobody has the angle, but we can see the 4-man lineup on top of that hill. That's gonna be Navi, and they are just waiting for it when this guy's gonna be showing their heads as the circle has been at the same time shifting towards the north and a little bit on the eastern side, and the whole circle is more or less completely empty from the middle, so all the teams are on the sides.
I mean, Navi have taken full control of this hill, and they have played it like very similar to what they did against FaZe earlier. Just pushing up, taking control, and forcing teams really to play according to how they want to allow them to play. Let's see now, Aliyah. Got eyes below. You can hear Gustav driving off. Able to attack him once, only 11 damage. Not a whole lot done with the mini there. Gets a little more utility because they do still have a run to make down towards Liquid. If they can time it right, with maybe Gustav pushing further forward, or maybe Snuski doing some damage towards Liquid, there might be a play for them to make.
Yeah, it's going to be tricky, but Gustav definitely will be out. There's going to be a lot of scopes towards him. We can see Navi, they have now their eyes on the Norseman. Klib is going to take Dante down, Faultless going to get Klib SL, and Silas going to fast it down. DS Silas, that is strange as well. But now we can see a lot of damage actually coming towards Liquid. Also, Ibits and Maxi, and Liquid is destroyed as a whole at the same time as Hobbits and Faultless for the double VLA. They will finish it off, and Alia will find DA on the scopes at the same time, and the whole Oculus Entropy situation developing at the same time as well.
Yep, all these teams pulling up on one another at the exact same time. Only 2 compounds left in the circle, and those 2 compounds are being fought for pretty massively. WLA managed to hold out Liquid, and here in Tropic, able to do damage to Oculus, but of course we know that, oh, never mind, then the loss. I was just going to say he's still in the circle in the center, but not quite the case. Gustav able to take him down and keep the FaZe streams alive.
Yeah, we are only down to 6 teams. And do remember, it's going to be chicken dinner game, so it's going to be only the winner that's going to matter. And as we can see, we still have 3 full stacks, Navi, double VLA, and DA. FaZe only with 1 member, and then Entropic and Skate with 3 members. So we have plenty of players still remaining. We can see here on the color build list, we can see Skate and double VLA on the same buildings. They are not actually anymore inside. I mean, Skate, they have the buildings which are outside of the circle, and the double VLA buildings are currently inside of the next circle. So Skate will have to make a move, and Hobbits can actually hold it from here. They're going to be trying to put the smokes. Skate, I mean, as Hobbits will be trying to find them from the smoke. The spray is going to be connecting, a lot of damage dealt, and Mise is going to be taken down. There we have Nuki as well hiding and going down, and Sikora as the last member trying to use the same route, the same passageway, and he's going to find the double VLA players behind the vehicle. Let's see the damage coming out. No! Sikora, he's going to be dealt quite soon as well. He's going to be very low on HP, and will live again. They have pinched him in a corner on the smokes, and there's nowhere to hide. 4 scopes looking towards him, and that's going to be a flashbang door, but the spray is going to be connecting, and that's going to be end of Skate.
Yeah, not a whole lot he could do there. I like his idea of pushing forward, then realizing, well, this ain't gonna happen. Then he tried to run backwards again, but all of WLA near exactly where it was positioned behind those smokes. So easy peasy for them. Just sit there, hold strong, and nice positioning, honestly, from them. Keep 2 in the compound, make sure they can't make the push forward, and play with 2 out on the vehicle, trying to sort of contain them on the edge of the blue. Very, very smart positioning from We Live again. The only issue is that, as you can see here, DA kind of helped them out a little bit in taking out Skate, but now they have to take the fight to them.
Yeah, it's going to be only 5 teams anymore, and we can see Gusto in the middle of the circle, Navi and Entropic, which are inside of the circle on the south and the east side, but the north and the west, that's going to be the problem, of course, how the circle's going to be moving, and now we can see DA, they will try to get inside, but they will have to worry about the double VLA on the northern side, and double VLA, they have, okay, they have 7 kills, but we know that they have a lot of firepower, so I think that the DA double VLA fight, if that's going to happen, it's going to be very interesting, because then we can see finally double VLA on the action versus, for example, DA, which has the new roster, and there's a lot of firepower on both of the rosters, so that's going to be one to follow.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, I mean, they, as much as they want to take the fights to Digital Athletics, We Live again have to also worry about Entropic, and we saw the first knock coming in just a second ago onto Dante, and actually now Uber able to clean up 2 of those with nades, so down to just 2 players. I believe just Fate and Hobbits left alive, trying to make a run out of there alive, and I just don't see how they managed to get out of here. Hawkey, great angle he has onto both of them right now, and if they start looking the other direction, they've got Uber and Pixels to deal with, so very, very, very difficult task for We Live again to do here.
Yeah, I mean, they have the lower crown as well. They will try to take a vehicle, Fate, and Hobbits. Let's see where they're going to be heading. They try to get inside. They try to go on the very northern side. They will try to find some kind of cover. Entropy going to be shooting towards them immediately. And they will go double will find Fate with a headshot. And double wheel down to one player. The finishing shot will come from the silos. And that's going to be V-Lever again taken down. Double and Yupa. Yupa, DA. I have to highlight that all the time. But anyway, Gusto's going to fall down. And FaZe Clan is eliminated. Now the 3 teams we go. DA, Navi, and Entropic still remaining.
Yeah, FaZe out as well, and well, I mean, we got 2 of the teams here with 4 alive, and Entropic up with 3 as well. Entropic, one of the teams that managed to find their way into Picado, the only team to live. See that dot in the middle? It's gonna really force anyone, all of them, to move at, I want to say, kind of the exact same time. They're all playing behind each their barricades right now, but they're already going to be running out into the open. I would say at the exact same time. If DA can time it well, they have a little bit of a dip on the other side. They can push forward towards one knock, comes in onto Example. Finally, Reggie able to get one there. Should have enough time to get the res up, but that's going to mean for DA to play, or for Navi, I should say, to play even more passive while this res is coming through. And in the meantime, the other teams can try and position themselves.
And there's a lot of damage dealt towards Navi, but also Entropic now taking the damage from the nades that Navi is going to be throwing towards them. They will lose almost half of the HP as we can see double. He hasn't yet healed. There's going to be even more damage coming towards him. And the circle, it is going to be closing, as we can see only 2 minutes, then we know who's going to be winning this one latest. But Navi, they will have to move, and that whole situation with the Entropic, that's going to be kind of like leaving DA for a while unattended, and they're going to be making a push. Pixel's going to be taking the damage. Silas will get Hawky down at the same time. Silas will be trying to exploit the whole situation. Entropic kind of like hiding there on the smokes, and Silas, he's just waiting. They're like taking the control of the middle, so DA, they will take the control of the middle, and now Navi and Entropic, they're playing the offensive game with them.
Everyone is trying to force the other teams to fight each other. I love it. Throw smokes to block off both teams and force the others to fight. Throw flashes to force them to run in the other direction. All these guys are doing is saying, go fight the other guys. We'll come join you. Don't worry. We'll come join as a third party. Just fight each other. That's what they're all trying to do. Just playing hot potato, and no one wants to have the fight going towards them, trying to force each other to make bad moves.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Navi with the 4-man stack, so that's going to be coming from the southern side, and now they are closing on the middle. And Entropic only with 2 members. It's not going to be looking great for them, but let's see if the Digital Athletics and Navi can finally fight each other, and that's going to be then, of course, on the benefit of Entropic. So Entropic still has a chance if the guys are fighting the same way. Reggie Belto's going to be taking Alia down. Melman's going to immediately return to the fire. Reggie Belto's going to come down. And there we have Quizzy also taking Silas down. The spread's going to go towards the DA, and there's going to be one guy knocked down from the DA. 3-man still standing on the middle. More utility spray towards Yupa. He's going to be running there behind that hill as Quizzy wants to go offensive. Also, Nox coming towards Navi. All the sides are losing players. Melman and Elliot has been fast down already, and Entropic only down to 1 member. Is going to fall down, and it's going to be only Quizzy. An example, DA 3-man stack. There we have the fire. First goes down. Quizzy's going to get Silas and Yupa. Now it's going to be 2 versus 2. Pixel, can they do something together with Nixis? They are trying to lure themselves inside of the circle. It's going to be closing, and the smokes are there.
Well, let's see. Example trying to stay put. Spots 1 goes down instantly. Pixel, there's just 1 left alive for you to deal with. Can't find him, and Navi, despite the fact that I was convinced this was going to be a DA win, Navi able to bring it home with 11 kills.